Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and as you can see in front of me here I have two new nitro cars. Well, I say new, the second hand, but the new for me anyway. Basically saw these two nitro cars on eBay and I thought, oh yes, I'll get them. They came with 8 body shells and some more in that box, and there's 20 sets of tyres and a pile of spare parts. Now this I know most of my videos are showing off-roaders, so 1/8 scale, some of my 10th scale RC monster trucks like my T-Max, but this is where I started. These are actually Thunder Tiger TS-4Ns, and my very first car when I was 9, my very first nitro car was actually a TS-4N. It was the older versions of this. It was actually the Mark 1, as I would say. I think these are the next one up from that because they've got like encased electrics and stuff like that. But we shall get into that once I take the shells off. So this is going to be a basic unboxing. Well, I say unboxing. I've already got them out of the box. Unshelling, shall we say. That's it. So what I'll do is I'll get myself sorted and we'll go through each of the cars. I know a lot of people do unboxing videos and the brand new cars. The thing with second hand cars that I like is you do not know what little niggles they've got and you have to fix them. With new cars, come out of the box, they're all fully running, you just have to run them in. Where's the fun in that? I want to tinker. So yeah, we'll go through each of them in turn and we'll see what's good about them, what's bad about them, and what I'll have to do to get them up and running. So yeah, if you give us 2 seconds, I'll just sort myself. So this is the first one. We've got a Subaru Impreza body shell on this. I've got 2 actually. The other one doesn't have the holes in the right places, but anyway. So if I take the shell off, there we go. I've actually already done a tiny bit of testing to this one, as in I've put a radio receiver in this car to check the servos, because the cars themselves didn't come with a transmitter. They came with the receiver, but all my receivers are now 2.4 gigahertz, but I had a few spare receivers, so I put one of these in, checked all the servos, and they all work. The first thing that strikes me is the top plate here is bent, but that's not a big problem. I'll just take that off and bend it back. Another thing is the exhaust isn't stock, and I know what these stock exhausts are meant to look like, and to be honest, they're not too good. The older Mark 1 Thunder Tiger exhausts were actually better. The new ones, the actual pipe just fitted in a hole. They didn't actually have a little spigot on to put them on. So anyway, this is a 12 engine. I've had a look. This is the smallest one you can get. You can get up to 18 in these cars, but it doesn't bosh me. This was the actual size that I started on, and they're a nice little engine, bulletproof, and it's got some actually it's got quite a bit of compression there. I can't hear any gas escaping. Let's have a look here. It's a single speed, as the 4N kind of dictates. It's a 4-wheel drive, so we've got the belt system going to the front differential. And if we have a look, yes, I thought that might be the case. The stock TS-4Ns actually, instead of coming with ball bearings, they came with brass bushes, and they're notorious for wearing, and as we can see by the amount of movement on this pinion here, there's quite a bit of movement on there, so I'll have to change them. Other than that, and I know the servos work, I can't see much wrong with this car, so that's a good thing. So other than that, we'll have a look underneath. There's a few scrapes underneath, but that's going to be second-hand car. It's had a lot of use, it looks like, by the amount of grime on it. It's going to be expected. But other than that, and obviously a few worn bearings here and there, that car looks in pretty good nick. So we'll put the body shell back onto that car and we'll swap it and see what's under this body shell. So if you give me 2. So this is the next one in the nice fetching Skyline GTR body shell. It's actually nicely done, this one. So yeah, if we just take this off, we'll see what's underneath this body shell. Oh, that looks a bit cleaner. I've actually, when I'm doing this video, I've tried to do as little as I possibly could and actually show me reaction on the video. So other than putting the servos and stuff in this one, this car I actually haven't checked yet. But by the looks of it, it looks in bloody good nick. There's hardly any scratches on the bottom, and chassis not bent. Oh, and it's a 2-speed as well. Now, I actually knew it was a 2-speed. It was on the actual advert, but the first thing that actually sticks out like a sore thumb is the front output shaft there for the front drive shafts is smaller. Basically, when you get a 2-speed gearbox for these TS-4Ns, they come with bigger output shafts for the gearbox, and they come with a rear one for the rear differential and the front one for the front. And as we can see here, this has got the stock one on because it's a hell of a lot shorter. The reason for this might be he's had a crash and he's bent this shaft and he's just tried to stick the stock one back on, which I think he would have done, because I know that's what I did with my original car when I had a 2-speed box on. I actually hit it off a curb and bent that shaft here, that one right there, and yeah, so I'm going to have to see if I can find one of them on order, because I don't want to buy a whole gearbox. And when we're here, we'll just have a look at the teeth. Teeth look fine. The only problem is it's missing a few of the screws out of the gears, which hold them onto the actual clutch assembly, or the one way bearing that gear's on. And the back gear is the actual clutch assembly, which I need to have a look to see if there's actually a grub screw and the spring set up in there to actually adjust when it changes, because I know sometimes those will work out and people just lose them. So, but anyway, it's got a 2-speed box. That's great. The engine, yet again, it's got good compression. It's got a what's it got on? It's got a Shark Outlaw exhaust on. So this is an aftermarket exhaust as well. It looks actually pretty good. Actually, the welding on that one's quite good. Never seen one of them before. The bearings in this one seem a lot better than the last one. They actually are tight as a nut, and no doubt I can bet you this will have bushings all the way through as well. Suspension's good, and I've just noticed it's got uprated shock towers. The other ones on that car are plastic, these are aluminium. You can get carbon fibre ones, but the aluminium ones I think are a bit better, just because carbon fibre, if you do give them a hell of a whop, they will fracture, whereas these ones just bend and you bend them back. So yeah, I am pretty pleased with my purchases, I would say. I think in the next video, or, well, I might just do it now actually, there's no time like the present, I'm going to take them outside the front door here. I'm going to try and get them started. Now, I don't see any point stripping an engine down before you've started it. You might as well see if they work. They've got good compression. I'll check the glow plugs before I go out to see if they're working, and if both of those are working, if I stick some new fuel in, they should be good to go. So let's take them out here and see if we can get them started then.